Welcome to Principles of Marketing. We will be looking at Chapter 11, Developing and Managing Products. Chapter 11 learning outcomes include explaining the importance of developing new products and describing the 6 categories of new products, explaining the steps in new product development process, understanding why some products succeed and others fail, discussing global issues in new product development, explaining the diffusion process through which new products are adopted, and explaining the concept of the product life cycle. Make sure you read the chapter and review all module content. Let's get started. New products are important to sustain growth, increase revenues and profits, and replace obsolete items. A new product strategy links this new product development process with the objectives of the marketing department, the business unit, and the corporation. A new project strategy must be compatible with these objectives, and in turn, all 3 of the objectives must be consistent with one another. A new product strategy is part of the organization's overall marketing strategy. It sharpens the focus and provides general guidelines for generating, screening, and evaluating new product ideas. The new product strategy specifies the roles of the new product must play in the organization's overall plan and describes the characteristics of products the organization wants to offer and the market wants to serve. New product ideas can come from many sources, including first, the customers. The marketing concept suggests that customers' want and needs should be the springboard for developing new products. Another approach for generating new product ideas is using what some companies are calling customer innovation centers. The idea is to provide a forum for meeting with customers and directly involving them in the innovation process. Second would be employees. Sometimes employees know companies' products and process better than anyone else. Many firms have formal and informal processes in place for employees to propose new product ideas. To encourage participation, some companies run contests, hold votes, and set up idea kiosks. Some firms reward employees for coming up with creative new ideas. Next, we have the distributors. A well-trained sales force routinely asks distributors about the needs that are not being met. Because they are closer to the end users, distributors are often more aware of customer needs than the manufacturers. Next are your competitors. No firm relies solely on the internally generated ideas for a new product. A big part of any organization marketing intelligence systems would be monitoring the performance of competitor products. One purpose of competitive monitoring is to determine which, if any, of the competitor's products should be copied. We have research and development. R&D is carried out in 4 distinct ways. There is applied research, which we've covered in Chapter 4. The other 2 ways for research include product development and product modification. With product development, goes beyond applied research by converting applications into marketable products. For product modification, it makes cosmetic or functional changes to existing products. Many new product breakthroughs come from research and development activities. Then we have consultants, which are outside consultants that are available to examine a business and recommend product ideas. And then you have other experts. One technique being used is called crowdsourcing. General information regarding ideas being sought is provided to a wide range of potential sources, such as the industry experts, independent researchers, and academics. These experts then develop ideas for the company. Creativity is key for new product ideas, regardless of who comes up with them. A variety of approaches and techniques have been developed to stimulate creative thinking. The two most useful tools for generating new product ideas are brainstorming and focus groups. The goal of brainstorming is to get a group to think unlimited ways to vary a product or solve a problem. Group members avoid criticism of idea no matter how ridiculous it may seem. The objective evaluation is postponed. The sheer quantity of ideas is what really matters during brainstorming. The objective of focus group interviews is to stimulate insightful comments through group interaction. In the industrial market, machine tools, keyboards, design, aircraft interiors, and backhoe accessories have evolved from focus groups. After new ideas have been generated, they pass through the first filter in the product development process. This is the screening stage. This eliminates ideas that are inconsistent with the organization's new product strategy or obviously inappropriate for some other reason. Concept tests are often used at the screening stage to rate concept alternatives. A concept test evaluates a new product idea, usually before any prototype has been created. Researchers get consumer reactions to descriptions and visual representation of proposed products. Concept tests are considered fairly good predictors of success of a line extension. Relatively precise predictors for success for new products that are not copycat items are not easily classified into existing product categories and do not require major changes to consumer behavior. Inaccurate in predicting the success of a new product that creates a new consumption patterns and requires many major changes in consumer behavior. New product ideas that have survived the initial screening process move to the business analysis stage. This is where preliminary figures for demand, cost, sales, profitability are calculated. This process may be simple or it can be complex. The newness of the product, the size of the market, and the nature of the competition all affect the accuracy of the revenue projection. Analyzing overall economic trends and their impact on estimated sales is especially important in product categorization, that they are sensitive to fluctuation in the business cycle. If consumers view the economy as uncertain and risky, they will put off buying durable goods such as home appliances, automobiles, and homes. Understanding the market potential is important because costs increase dramatically once a product idea enters the development stage. In the early stage of development, the research and development or engineering department may develop a prototype of the product. During this stage, the firm should start sketching a marketing strategy. The marketing department should decide on the product's packaging, branding, and labeling. They should map out the preliminary promotion, price, and distribution strategies. The feasibility of manufacturing the product at an acceptable cost should be thoroughly examined. The development process works best when all involved areas, research and development, marketing, engineering, production, and even suppliers work together. This process is called a simultaneous product development. This approach allows firms to shorten the development process and reduce costs. The internet is a useful tool for implementing simultaneous production development on the web. Multiple partners from a variety of locations can meet regularly to assess new product ideas, analyze markets and demographics, and review cost information. Innovative firms are also gathering a variety of research and development input from customers online. Laboratory tests often conducted on the prototype models during the development stage. User safety is an important aspect of laboratory testing, which actually subjects products to much more severe treatment than expected by end users. The Consumer Product Safety Act of 1972 requires all manufacturers to conduct a reasonable testing program to ensure that all products conform to established safety standards. Test marketing is the limited introduction of product and a marketing program to determine the reactions of the potential customers in a market situation. Test marketing allows management to evaluate the alternative strategies and to assess how well the various aspects of the marketing mix fit together. When selecting test market cities, researchers should therefore find locations where the demographics and purchasing habits mirror the overall market. Test marketing frequently takes 1 year or longer and can cost an exceed of $1 million. Despite the cost, many firms believe it is better to fail in a test market than in a national introduction. Because test marketing is so expensive, some companies do not test line extensions of well-known brands. One unavoidable problem is that test marketing exposes the new product and its marketing mix to competitors before it is introduced. Many firms are looking for cheaper, faster, safer alternatives to traditional test marketing. In the early 1980s, Information Resources Inc. pioneered one alternative, and that is the scanner-based research. A typical supermarket scanner test costs about $300,000. Another alternative to traditional test marketing is the stimulated marketing testing. Advertising and other promotional materials for several products, including the test product, are shown to members of the product's target market. These people are then taken to the shop at a mock or real store where their purchases are recorded. Shopper behavior, including repeat purchasing, is monitored to assess the product's likely performance under true market conditions. The final stage in new product development process is commercialization, the decision to market the product. The decision to commercialize the product sets several tasks in motion: ordering production materials and equipment, starting production, building inventories, shipping the products to field distribution points, training the sales force, announcing the new products to the trade, and advertising to potential customers. The time from initial commercialization to the decision to the product's actual introduction does vary. Global issues in new product development. Increasing globalization of markets and competition provides reason for multinational firms to consider new product development from a worldwide perspective. A firm that starts with global strategy is better able to develop products that are marketable worldwide. Some global marketers design their products to meet regulations in their major markets and then, if necessary, meet smaller market requirements country by country. Some products, however, have little potential for global market penetration without modification. The product life cycle, PLC, is one of the most familiar concepts in marketing. The PLC is a biological metaphor that traces the stages of a product's acceptance from its introduction to its decline. Product progresses through four major stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. The PLC concept can be used to analyze a brand's product form or product category. The PLC for a product form is usually longer than the PLC for any one brand. The exception would be a brand that was first and last competitor in the product form market. In that situation, the brand and product form life cycle would be equal in length. Product categories have the longest life cycles. Product categories include all brands that satisfy a particular need. The time a product spends in any one stage of the life cycle may vary dramatically. Some products, such as fad items, move through the entire life cycle within a week. Changes in product, its uses, its image, or its positioning can extend that product's life cycle. The PLC concept does not tell managers the length of the product's life cycle or its duration in any stage. It does not dictate marketing strategies. It's simply a tool to help marketers forecast future events and suggest appropriate strategies. The introductory stage of the PLC represents the full-scale launch of new product into the marketplace. It does have a high failure rate, little competition, frequent product modification, and limited distribution is typical during the introductory stage. Marketing costs in the introductory stage are not normally high. Advertising expenses are high because of the need to educate consumers about the new product's benefits. Production costs are often high in this stage as product and manufacturing flaws are identified and corrected, and efforts are undertaken to develop mass production economies. Sales normally increase slowly during the introductory stage. Moreover, profits are usually negative because of research development costs, factory tooling, and high introduction costs. The length of the introductory phase is largely determined by product characteristics, such as product's advantages over substitute products, the educational efforts required to make the product known, and the management commitment of the resources to the new item. A short introductory period is usually preferred to help reduce the impact of negative earnings and cash flows. As soon as possible, the product gets off the ground, the financial burden should begin to diminish. Promotional strategies in the introductory stage focus on developing product awareness, informing consumers about the product category potential benefits. At this stage, communication challenge is to stimulate primary demand for the product in general rather than for the specific brand. If the product category survives the introduction stage, it will advance to the growth stage of the life cycle. In this stage, sales typically grow at an increasing rate. Many competitors enter the market, and large companies may start to acquire small pioneering firms. Profits rise rapidly in the growth stage and reach their peak and then begin declining as competition intensifies. Emphasis switch from primary demand promotion to aggressive brand advertising and communication of the difference between brands. Distribution becomes a major key in success during the growth stage. A product during which sales increase at a decreasing rate signals the beginning of the maturity stage. New users cannot be added indefinitely, and sooner or later the market approaches saturation. Normally, this is the longest stage of the PLC. Many major household appliances are in the maturity stage of their life cycle. As prices and profit continue to fall, marginal competitors start dropping out of the market. Dealer margins also shrink, resulting in less shelf space for the mature items, lower dealer inventories, and general reluctance to promote the product. Thus, promotion to dealers often intensify during this stage in order to retain loyalty. A long-run drop in sales signals the beginning of the decline stage. The rate of decline is governed by how rapidly consumers' tastes change or the substitute products are adopted. Some firms have developed successful strategies for marketing products in the decline stage of the PLC. They eliminate all non-essential marketing expenses and let sales decline as more and more customers discontinue purchasing the product. Eventually, the product is withdrawn from the market completely. I want to thank you so much for listening to this presentation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.